Well, I'm going to show you now just the routine that I do on my mat, but in the variation of the chair. This I've done with my senior parents, and they had really nice results when we're doing this daily. So I dedicate this to them, and I'm hoping that they'll watch this and enjoy it. Sit, their feet grounded, and roll our shoulders back. And we'll begin with stretching the neck. So inhale up, and then exhale down our right ear to our right shoulder. You can use ujjayi here, or just breathe out through your nose. Inhale. Exhale to the left. Inhale. Exhale forward, tuck your chin, stretch the back of your neck all the way down to the spine. Inhale. Exhale, let your head go backwards, opening up the throat center. Returning back to the right ear. Left ear. Forward. Backwards. Right. Left. Forward. Backwards. Center, last time, right ear to right shoulder. Stretching deep that neck all the way down to the shoulder. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale. Exhale forward. Inhale, center. Exhale back. Inhale, center. Now the same direction, we're going to go in clockwise direction, making circles. Go nice and gentle the first couple times. You might be stiff from the night before. This is really nice too. We're going to be going through all the joint systems in the body and just moving and releasing any stagnant energy that is still here from the day before. This is why it's so nice to do this first thing in the morning. Get your oxygen flowing, get your heart pumping. Check in with self, check in with the body. Where are you holding the tension? Where are you holding the pain today? And just letting it go. Both directions. Keep breathing. And then coming back to center. So now that we release the neck, let's release the shoulders. So we're going to take the hands, touch your shoulder blades, inhale up, exhale back and down, inhale up, exhale back and down. You can do this 10 times. Coming back to center, go in the opposite direction. Next, we're going to just take our left hand and put it next to the chair. And then we're going to take that right arm, we're going to lift it all the way up. Look towards your middle finger if you can. If you have a stiff neck and it hurts too much to look forward, or look up, just look forward. But this helps to kind of have the alignment that we want. So looking towards that middle finger, your drishti. And then we're going to inhale, we're going to push away from the sit bone and just allow yourself to come to that left side here. If you want, you can even just depend on your balance and what kind of chair you're in. If you have your feet really nice and grounded on the ground, you can use the weight of pushing against the ground with your left foot to help make sure you don't fall to the left side as you inhale and let that right side just nice have a stretch over. Inhale, lengthening up, exhale, stretching. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, stretch. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, stretch. Now push with your left foot and your left sit bone. Come all the way back up. Exhale, release. switching sides. So now we're going to have that left hand coming all the way up, look towards your middle finger, and now we're going to put our weight onto our right foot and our right sit bone as we come to our right side. So we're using the weight, we're using the pressure of our foot and our sit bone to help have a nice stretch as we're looking towards the left hand now. Inhale, lengthening up, exhale, stretch. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, stretch. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, stretch. And then coming back to center. So now you might feel some tension that you have here on the sides. So to kind of release that, we're going to do a little bit of cat-cows, variation of sitting. So we're going to take our hands onto the knees and concave your back and then round it. Concave and round. Use your breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Depending on what kind of chair you have, you might be able to make some circles here. I have a back in my chair, so I'm restricted here. But if you don't have a back to your chair, also just take a moment just to kind of go around and making some circles like this. Always both directions. Just having your awareness down on your hips when you're doing this. Just trying to bring a little bit of flow there, a little bit of release. Next, we're going to come back into the hips and to the thighs. So we're going to take that right foot, right knee, and we're just going to lift up as high as we can. So that might be to here, might be to here. If you can bring it all the way up to your chest, that's great. You know, it's nice to have a little self-love, so you can give your knee a little kiss if you can reach it. And then here, we're going to just grab our foot, and we're going to do kind of like a rock the baby. So this is just, again, energizing the top of the hip there. We call this tie the shoe. So you put that foot on top of the leg. Now, this is something that is very important. If you can get your foot up here so that you can tie your shoe is nice. If you're doing this every day from, I don't know how old you are now, but you can kind of keep you nice and flexible and limber to be able to stay independent. You can do a little bit of rocking here. This is kind of like half butterfly. If there's pain, you know, if you need to have it a little bit less, you can put it more towards the end of your knee. But just, you know, just play around. This is your body. Each day might be a little bit different. Some days you might be more flexible than others. Don't worry about it, but just be aware of it, because sometimes we're holding things in our body. Also, it can be related to maybe we're eating certain foods that are making us more restricted or more dehydrated. So just kind of being aware of like how you're feeling in your body each day. And then we can take that foot and put it down. We're gonna give that a little rest. If you need to shake it out, shake it out. Next, we're gonna bring up that left leg. Again, just bring it up as high as you can. Give it a little smooch. And then, we're gonna try to, as well, when we're doing this, to keep coming back to a straight spine as well, with our shoulders back. This is also helping to remind us to come into this posture each time. So we have our straight back, we have our knee up, and then we're gonna rock the baby. So full expression of rock the baby is having the foot in your, the crease of your elbow and your other elbow with your knee, or you can just do it however you can rock the baby. And then drop that foot on top of the right thigh. And again, just having a little bit of fluttering movement, allowing that flow to happen, stretching out a little bit, breathing. Inhaling for 4, exhale for 4. Inhale and exhale. And then we're gonna, again, take that foot, drop it down, shake it out if it needs to happen. And then we're gonna do a little bit of rotations in the hip. So we're gonna take that right knee up again, and we're going to make some circles. So you might wanna come to the edge of your chair here, and so you get some circles. You can have your hand not touching your knee, or you can use it as a little bit of support. Using your breath as you go around, never holding the breath. Trying to keep a nice and straight spine. And then coming back and going opposite direction. Let's go 10 times. 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop it down. Other leg, taking up the knee, first clockwise circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring back to center, opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dropping that foot down and shake out if anything needs to be shaken out. You know, if anything's starting to cramp or feel kind of tight. Next, we're going to come into our ankles, our feet. So again, just supporting the knee, straight back, and we're going to make some circles. Try to draw like a big circle with your big toe. Nice big circles all the way around, using your breath. Inhaling for 4, exhale for 4. Inhale for 4, exhale for 4. Both directions. Inhale for 4, exhale for 4. Inhale for 4, exhale for 4. Let it go, opposite leg, inhaling, making circles all the way around. You know, if we're stretching our body, all of our joints each day, it really helps also, like if we're gonna have an accidental fall. In the icy season, we might slip a lot. This helps to keep our body stretched out a little bit so we don't pull stuff as easy. Both directions, keep your breath going. Sometimes I can move a little bit too quick. That might be called clumsy, but I haven't heard anything yet because I think it's because I do my daily stretches. I'm a firm believer in daily stretches for so many things. Okay, so now let's do stretch our eyes. So we're gonna look all the way up, look all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. Look to your upper left, upper right, upper left, upper right, bottom left, bottom right, bottom left, bottom right. Look to the center, and then we're making circles clockwise directions. And opposite direction. Nice. So we've released now the joint system in our eyes, in our neck, our shoulders, our hips, our knees, and our ankles. What we forgot to do is the wrists. So in the wrist, you can put your arms out straight, and you can put a little bit of pressure on that left wrist first, pull it towards your body. And just have a nice deep stretch there, a nice deep breath. Pulling the fingers towards your body now, having some deep breaths, inhaling for 4, exhale for 4, 3 breaths just like that. These are really great stretches, especially if you're doing computer work or anything actually, especially if you're doing anything with repetitive motion. It's very good and important to stretch your wrists before the action as well as during, taking low breaks. Opposite hand, pulling that wrist towards the body, nice deep stretch here. Both directions. And then taking the hands, we're going to place them together and we're going to push, push, push as much as we can, creating some tension in the hands and tension in the wrists. Push in as much as we can. This is preparation if you're on the ground and you have to push yourself up. This is really good and important to have the wrist strength to do that. And then shake it out. And then we're going to prepare our hands for Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward dog. We're going to take those little fingertips and put them together, and now we're going to push again. Now you'll notice that we have a lot of different feeling on the wrists. There's a lot less pressure on the wrists. But we're pushing into the fingers, push, 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 creating tension. and then shake it out. Put your hands out straight. We're gonna make some circles, clockwise direction, opposite direction, tiger palms, clockwise, opposite direction, counterclockwise, and then shake it out. So yeah, so now we have gone through the whole body, we're warmed it up a little bit. The next things that if you want to do, you can. They're really good tools for for coordination of the body, as well as just like warming up the body like a little bit more. But if that is all what we can do today in the chair, if you are in the chair, I hope that you've enjoyed this practice. And let me know how you liked it. And actually, the other thing that I was doing with my parents, which I think are good exercises, is the shoulder check. So you want to keep your independence, you want to keep driving and stuff as well. So first thing is like we need to have this flexibility in our legs, because you need this to get into vehicles. You need to do this to get into places. So stretching that and keeping that is such an important thing. Like you can even have fun when you're sitting in a chair and stretching out, because I mean, I know it's not fun if you're in pain, but if you do things consistently, you will get more flexible. It's just the way it is. So if you just begin starting with a small amount of something and then working your way up, you will begin to see improvements, especially if you start being conscious about why you're stiff. You know, if you're dehydrated or if you're eating foods that are inflammatory foods. There's so much information out there now. If you have any questions about some of the things in your diet, you can also help me or ask me, and potentially I can help you with that as well. So, but the next thing is the shoulder check. So the shoulder check is you're going to take the right hand and place it next to the left knee. We're going to take the left hand and we're going to put it all the way around us. We're going to look towards our left shoulder, over our left shoulder, as we're pushing on our right knee. So inhale, lengthen it up. Exhale, twisting. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back to center. Opposite side. Taking the left hand now on the right, outside the right knee. Looking over the right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen it up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then coming back to center. Another one we did was kind of like a baseball stretch, stretching the hamstrings. So just sitting in the chair, putting out the left foot, and taking your hands and just swooping down. Ooh, that feels good. This is a really important one. We often hold a lot of tension, and this gets very tight in here. So you're just taking that and just swoop and trying to touch the ground and coming back up. Again, breathing while we're doing this. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Switching sides. Inhale, exhale. And coming back, we're gonna do it one more time on the other side, so 3 times. Opposite side. Nice. Nice to also just release the back. So you can just grab your elbows and open up your legs and just allow. Now, if you have high blood pressure, just want to do this just for a couple of seconds and just be very cautious to how you're feeling. But I mean, this is in daily life. We need to come down sometimes. So this is good just to begin practicing for a few seconds at a time. And also just realizing that we just come up very gentle, very slowly, and we just sit and let all the blood return back down to our body. But if you don't have any high blood pressure or any issues with the eyes, take a little bit longer time doing this, because it really helps to release the back, and it's really nice to do some inversions each day, because it gives the body an opportunity for the blood to flow a little bit differently. If you have the flexibility, you can put your hands on the ground or on a block here and just kind of walk forward, just stretching out that back a little bit more. You can even take your hands, switch in the other direction. Another little nice wrist stretch here. Again, I think that wrist health is really important for so much of that we do, and so having a little pressure on the wrist here. And then slowly coming back up. So yeah, so that's some different stretching that we can do sitting in the chair, and then some things that you can do standing up are the first one is that you kind of just stand in Tadasana pose, which is mountain pose. Your feet are slightly parted from each other. You roll your shoulders up, back and down. Hands are just next to your thighs. And just try to stand here for a moment and just feel how you feel standing. Ground yourself down. And when you're ready, you take your left foot forward, and then your right foot is, we're gonna come up to the balls of our feet, and we're gonna do kind of like a little pivot. We're gonna take our shoulders back and come into T-shaped position. We're gonna look towards the middle finger of the left hand, and then we're gonna, as we pivot our foot, we're gonna follow that left finger all the way to the back and follow it forward. Follow it back, follow it forward. This is really good exercise for the eyes, for the brain. We're doing some gentle twisting of the digestive system here. This is a very nice and active stretch. It's great for our balance. If you fall out of it, no worries, you can just come back in. As we're, you might begin this without even having a pivot, just going as far as you can. Maybe this is your range of motion today. But if you have enough balance, go onto your pivot, and I encourage you to try and come all the way around. 3 more times. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, twist. Switching sides. So again, having that right foot forward now, coming onto the ball of the foot of the left foot. We're going to follow that right finger all the way back, all the way forward, back. You might notice that one side is easier to balance than the other. Again, this is something to notice, make aware, but through practice, we can improve the side that is our weaker side. This is fact. Might never be as perfect, but we can definitely improve it. Coming back 3 more times. 1, 2, and 3. Nice. Coming back to center, coming back to Tadasana. Just rest for a moment in Tadasana, mountain pose. Try to relax any tension in your face, your eyebrows, or your chin, or your cheeks, your jaw. We're going to do a little bit more now of working with the knees, working with the shoulders. We're going to inhale all the way up. We're going to let the gravity take our hands down as our knees bend. So we inhale up, exhale down. With this breath, I encourage you to try Bhastrika breath, which is breathing, exhaling through your nostrils. It's a natural inhalation, and then just exhaling kind of like a little bit forcefully through your nostrils. So it sounds like this, or it looks like this. I have a little bit of runny nose this morning, so. And then both direction, inhale up, exhale back. And release. Nice. Next, we are going to, so again, I think stretching out the back is super, super important. Forward folds. Again, just be wary if you have high blood pressure. We're gonna inhale all the way up, relax the shoulders down, follow your fingers forward. So here we want to just pause for a moment and just take a moment to see how we're feeling in this position. We have our weight over our heels. So we're going forward as far forward as we can without falling forward, and then shifting our weight over our heels. And then we're gonna let our hands come down. They might touch the ground, they might not be anywhere near it. If you're nowhere near the ground, bend your knees, touch the ground. Now grab your elbows and just sway side to side. Allow your sit bone to rise up towards the sky. So not allow it, actually consciously move it. So we're here touching the ground, and we want though is to have our sit bone coming up as our gravity takes our head down. This is the same as when we're doing a stretch on the ground. We're gonna have that sit bone pushing us forward as we're bending forward. So this is nice release for the back, the neck. Try to just release any tension you have. And then slowly inhale up, exhale down, and then slowly inhaling, rising up. Nice, vertebrae by vertebrae, nice and easy. And there you go. Well, that's pretty much a few of the different exercises that you can do in the morning just to kind of get yourself going. With that, you're gonna already feel like a lot of benefits, and be able to have like a safe day of play or work or whatever you're up to. So namaste, thank you for joining, and I hope that you have a great day.